Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 8 Heat players who could leave the team in 2025. The Miami Heat's 2024-25 season has been nothing short of chaotic, with the team navigating the storm of internal conflict and trade rumors. Standing at 19-17, Miami is teetering on the edge of playoff contention, but the spotlight has been firmly on Jimmy Butler. Once the cornerstone of Heat culture, Butler has openly clashed with team president Pat Riley, leading to public tension and a shocking 7-game suspension for conduct detrimental to the team. Riley, with his old-school approach, admitted that he struggles to understand the modern player, a comment that could explain why he has alienated Butler and could be at the center of Heat culture getting weaker according to some. Despite the drama, the Heat's identity remains intact as Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro have steered the ship well so far. The team is still driven by its relentless work ethic and competitive fire, but with Butler's future uncertain, Miami faces critical decisions about its roster. Beyond Butler, several key players could be on the move via trade or free agency before the 2025 offseason. Here's a closer look at the 8 Heat players whose time in South Beach may be coming to an end. Jimmy Butler's fractured relationship with the Miami Heat has reached a breaking point. Averaging 17.6 ppg, 5.5 rpg, and 4.7 apg this season, Butler, who has a $50.2 million player option next season, remains one of the league's most impactful two-way players. However, his insistence on a max extension and his public frustration with Pat Riley have created an untenable situation. Butler has even stated that he no longer feels joy playing in Miami, leading to his suspension and cementing the idea that the partnership has run its course. The Heat may look to trade Butler before losing him for nothing in free agency. Potential suitors include the Warriors, Lakers, Suns, and Spurs, all of whom could use Butler's leadership and playoff pedigree. The question is, which destination is the most feasible? The Warriors might be out of the Butler race, but there could be a package they might consider. Meanwhile, the Lakers would love to have Butler, but it would require some very stiff negotiating from both parties. The Phoenix Suns have been the team most likely to acquire Butler because of their apparent willingness to pay him max dollars, but they might be in the most complicated scenario to get a deal done. Don't discount the Spurs as a dark horse who could go after Butler for the right trade package. Even if the trade market for Butler isn't great right now, a trade could nonetheless net Miami valuable assets to retool around Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro. However, if no deal materializes, Butler could walk in 2025, leaving a gaping hole in the Heat's roster. Either way, Butler's days in Miami appear numbered. Terry Rozier, acquired in a trade last season with a $26.6 million team option for next season, has shown flashes of offensive capability, averaging 12.1 ppg and 4.1 rpg this season. While his shot creation and tenacity align with Miami's ethos, Rozier's contract and fit alongside Herro make him a likely trade chip. With the Heat exploring ways to upgrade their roster, Rozier could be packaged in a deal for a more impactful star or young assets. Rozier's value on the market is boosted by his ability to perform in clutch situations and his experience as a starter in the league. Teams in need of a scoring guard or veteran presence could be interested in adding Rozier. While his time in Miami may be short-lived so far, Rozier's contributions have kept the Heat competitive during a tumultuous season. Pat Riley reminds NBA players what they owe us amid Jimmy Butler saga. Leading an NBA team is not everyone's cup of tea, but Pat Riley has done a great job throughout his time with the Miami Heat since 1995. Over the years, he has helped the Heat in any way possible and has seen the franchise win 3 NBA titles during his tenure as a head coach and team president. However, in recent weeks, Riley has been in the news for his public beef with Jimmy Butler. While Jimmy is serving a 7-game suspension, many have criticized Riley for his outdated approach towards treating his stars. While many were expecting Riley to take a step back, the Godfather went ahead and called out a new culture among NBA players. There's a difference, be who you want to be, but in one of the great biblical terms, render unto Caesar you know what is his, Riley said. As players, they have to render unto the Heat really what is theirs too, and while they go out there and they do all these other things, you can't shortcut it with us. I've actually explained this to the players is that while you're under contract with us, you do owe us something. Your collective bargaining agreement contract says that. So don't ever take that lightly, and we have a very cooperative group of people. This statement from Riley should put the rumors of Butler's return to Miami to bed. As things stand right now, the Miami Heat Supremo has no plans to change his approach and expects his players to deal with it. Miami Heat make Bradley Beal trade decision as Jimmy Butler seeks exit. Jimmy Butler wants to leave the Miami Heat. That has become pretty clear from his recent comments. But where will he end up next? That is the question we need to find the answer to. In recent days, the Phoenix Suns have looked like Butler's most likely destination. It has been suggested by some that they are ready to meet the 35-year-old's demands. Butler, teaming up with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, certainly looks like a championship contender on paper. It is not as simple as that though. The Suns would need to find a trade offer that suits the Heat, and it is likely that Bradley Beal would have to leave Phoenix as part of any deal involving Butler. The issue is, Miami do not seem to be interested in the 31-year-old. According to Bobby Marks of ESPN, the Heat have no desire to take back the $110 million owed to Beal, and Phoenix would need to find a third team. That is a view shared by Sam Amick as well. He wrote in The Athletic regarding the situation, in recent days, Butler's desire to make his way to the Phoenix Suns has been crystallized all around the league. But with the Heat known to be against adding Suns guard Bradley Beal and his massive contract, and Butler clearly of the belief that a max deal might be waiting for him in the desert, the key question now is whether Phoenix can find a third team that is so appealing to Beal that he'll waive his no-trade clause and bring this latest star player saga to an end. It is not hard to understand why the Heat might not be viewing Beal as someone they want to build around following Butler's exit. Just like Butler, Beal has had plenty of injury problems. On top of that, we have seen his output decline drastically since he joined the Suns. He might be the kind of player who needs to be the primary option on a team in order to shine. Of course, that is a conundrum for the Suns, and let's see if they can come up with a solution. Do not expect the Heat to rush into any trade though. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Bradley Beal? Leave your opinion in the comments.